Keith Thurman says he deserves a shot at Spence Crawford Winner. Factual or big capping? What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Cardinal Red. But let's talk about it. Alright, y'all. So, the OG, the big homie Keith one time, bum time Thurman, recently voiced his opinion on the Errol Spence Terence Crawford fight. And I wanted to give my 4 nickels on what the homie had to say and break it down for anybody listening.
You're cool, dude. I mean, but I don't have to not like somebody to make a good fight or try to stop somebody. You know, I spar the guys I'm cool with all the time and I try to kill their ass. So.
Alright, y'all. So, Keith bum time, one time Thurman. You know, the one thing I will give Keith Thurman is that he stays persistent when it comes to trying to get himself a big-time fight. He's had one big-time fight, and I think he, actually has had one mega fight bigger than anything Errol Spence or Terence Crawford ever had, and that was the Manny Pacquiao fight.
Boy, you still believe that? Damn it, how old are you?
Now, you can consider this Spence and Crawford fight the biggest fight of both of those guys' careers, but I think Keith Thurman, he kind of snuck his way into that Pacquiao fight, and he ended up getting beat, and, he paid the ultimate price for that, but he made his name a household name. Even though he was already getting there as a household name, the Pacquiao fight kind of solidified him as a household name, and he did it with a loss. So, I will say one thing about Thurman. He stays persistent on getting a big-time fight.
You know what time it is. I want that match. Give me the bag. Sign that contract.
Is he going to be able to get the winner of these two guys? I think that's a long shot, man. I think there are a lot of fighters that deserve a shot at these two guys. Here's the thing about whoever wins this fight. They're not going to have a lack of people coming at their head. Whoever wins this fight is most definitely going to be fresh meat for whoever's next in line. Whether that's Vergil Ortiz, whether that's Jaron Boots Ennis, whether that's one-time Thurman going back to 147, whether that's Manny Pacquiao maybe sticking his head back into things, whoever's coming up, whether that's Josh Taylor coming up from 140, a lot of people are going to be wanting the winner of this fight. Now, it's going to be a little bit of a wait to get that fight for those next guys up, whoever gets the win, because of the rematch clause. And that's all going to depend on how bad whoever gets beat in this fight this Saturday night. But I do feel like this. I feel like if one of these guys gets beat really, really bad, and we all know that there's no need for a rematch, then most likely the winner is going to try to escape all these young guns and all these OG fighters sitting in the wings waiting around for this to happen. I definitely feel like Boots, if anybody, Boots deserves a shot. Boots has been waiting the longest. Boots has been patient. Boots has been doing exactly what Jaron Boots Ennis is supposed to do, which is winning fights in a high fashion, almost similar to what Gervonta Davis has been doing in his weight class, getting the job done, doing it spectacularly, doing it like a master.
For me, the thing is, I need to see things clearly. I only want to see things in boss vision, CEO vision.
And, no shade or no hate toward Keith Thurman, but we've seen one fight out of Keith Thurman basically since the Manny Pacquiao fight. And how long ago was that? So I don't think that Keith Thurman can continuously have his name thrown into the hat just because he has a bigger name than some of these other guys. I don't think that's fair
Black-headed motherfucker.
to a guy like Boots, a guy like Vergil, some of these other guys who've been extremely active. Even Ugas, who's been extremely active. I would assume that, he would have a better shot at getting a chance to fight the winner than Keith Thurman. Most definitely Boots, with him being number one in the IBF and being number one for so long in the IBF. And not only that, he's the IBF interim champion, so he's most likely going to be the next up, whether he's fighting Errol Spence or Terence Crawford or whether he's being elevated to the IBF champion once these guys play out their fight and their rematch.
Well, I was originally born in New York.
New York, nigga. Dallas stole you from us.
Nah.
That's what happened, nigga. Don't start that. You're a New Yorker.
New York birthed me. Dallas raised me.
So, once again, no shade to Keith Thurman, but I wish Keith Thurman would have been active. It would have been great to see Thurman versus Boots. I think that would be a great name for Boots. Win or lose, it would be a great name for him to have on his resume if he was able to beat him. Even Thurman Pacquiao rematch. He hasn't even talked about that. I kind of wonder why he wouldn't be willing to rematch Manny Pacquiao. Seems like if he was to get Pacquiao back in the ring and beat him, then he would be able to recover some of the damage that's been done to his career. But you don't hear Keith Thurman saying anything about Manny Pacquiao.
The richest people in the world count their value by the amount of things they have that money can't buy. You feel me? Some people are poor. All they have is money. I want to talk about the value of the things that don't come with the glitz and the glamour and the spotlight.
And people wonder why I still say Pacquiao can come back and do some damage as a fighter. Why isn't Keith Thurman calling Manny Pacquiao out to get his revenge? That would be an easy target, an aged fighter, someone who's that far up in age. But, we still got guys out there like Nonito Donaire proving big points, and they're up in age for the sport of boxing. I think it's all about your desire and how you carry yourself and how you take care of yourself once you get older. If you're a glutton and you're doing bad things to your body, don't expect to last long in sports. It's going to be a short ride for you. But if you're a healthy guy all around, you live a healthy life, and you take care of your body, then there's no reason why a lot of these guys can't be fighting until they're about 50, 55 years old if they want. Hey, MMA does it. So if MMA is more brutal than boxing, what makes y'all think that these boxers can't, get past a certain age without their bodies falling apart or without them, going night-night permanently in the ring? Because I hear that from so many people. Oh, he's this age, so if he gets in the ring, he's going to get permanent damage. What about these MMA fighters that be, 48, 49 years old, and then they're beating the brakes off each other? Ain't nobody sitting around worried about those guys, so what's the difference between that and boxing? I don't really get it when people try to make that point. I've stopped arguing with people about that because they're never going to see it from the bigger picture. These older guys are setting a precedent for the younger fighters that you can't just do everything for money and don't feel like just because you accomplish one thing that you can't continuously keep accomplishing things throughout your life.
When I wake up in the morning, my prayers, and I thank God I woke up, the Ku Klux Klan woke up this morning. The drug pushers woke up this morning. I thank God that I made another 24 hours in the most vicious, nasty, hateful, insane nation that's ever existed with my wits, without hating, without being bitter, without being mean.
Manny Pacquiao is one of the most accomplished boxers in history, but he still gets a lot of flack from fans off of BS that they think of every day, and it's crazy. He's one of the most accomplished fighters in history, and I'm privileged and proud to have got to watch that play out, and I want that for a lot of these other fighters, but it's not going to happen as long as these guys don't fight each other, and as long as they're not giving the younger fighters shots, meaning the older, richer, more powerful fighters are not giving the younger fighters shots. So, they got to take it back to the old school, man, to save the sport at the end of the day. And I just want to end it here. Does Keith Thurman deserve a shot at the winner of this? No. If Keith Thurman deserves a shot, Manny Pacquiao deserves a shot. And that's a far fetch from the truth. So, No, I think that's big cap, and the only one who really deserves a shot to me is Jaron Boots Ennis.
I don't care who you are, if you sit in this room every day, we all got the same problem. We the only group of people in the history of the planet that was misused the way we was misused, and we took education over liberation. You think George Washington thugs was beating up the British so they could build a college? What does them thugs say? Give me liberty or give me what? Yeah.
They talk reckless, then I hit them with the smithing. But I'm never snitching, I'm a rider. If my kid's hungry, snatch it, this is out your kitchen. I be wildin' till they pick me out of lineup. Yeah, even though what we do is wrong, we keep that nines tucked, chop dimes up, rap about it. Wild out, mess haters up, laugh about it. I'm not trying to visit the morgue, but freeway, move out too, I sit with the Lord.
Hit that like button for me. Share. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Holler at me on all social media platforms at Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. But you're more than likely to get a response on the tube, so holler at me over there. If you want to collabo, feel free to hit my Gmail because it is a flaccocards@gmail.com. And we are mad.
Brand new year, get it in gear. 2015, gotta get cream, gotta play to win, never play to lose. Walk in the club in my house shoe. Niggas know the name, niggas know the game. If a nigga don't, then the nigga lame. Buzzer beat a swag, game winning shot. Damn, I'm so cold, damn, I'm so hot, and you so not. Here's some advice, hating Louis keys, nigga think twice. I don't take lives, I just take wives. Make her take pipe, get my cake right. In the daylight, still I shine bright. Fuck a 5 mics, fuck a dime like, what's my name? I don't got a trap, I just got a flow. When you hear a verse, you can smell the dro, you can smell the snow, you can smell the hoe. She smell like a rose, she took off her clothes. Everybody knows this is how it goes. You ain't got the dough, then you gotta owe. If you gotta owe, you think it's true. Pull it up, bitch. I feel like I'm that nigga. I feel like I'm the shit. I feel like all the big